guys, with this backdrop, I am going to do a Cornbread Critiques Hidden One DLC. So, guys, I think one thing I've been thinking about today as I'm playing this, and what I think this DLC does differently from the main storyline and everything. The main storyline is good. There's all these different things. There's a lot happening in the world. Give you the breadth that the world is bigger, which I think is good. This one allows, and with the DLC, I feel the storytelling has actually gotten stronger. Because by this point, you know how to do all the fighting. You've got all the things. You know how basically combat and stuff works. You're just getting levels to try and survive the area and have some interesting, to keep it interesting in terms of difficulty level. I ultimately think that in terms, again, of the storytelling, the fact of actually this one really heightened what really differs the Templars and Assassins from each other, or the Hidden Ones and the Ancient Ones in this case. Also, obviously we first knew them as the Assassins and the Templars. They want peace and order, but it's in the ways that they obtain it are different. They made a point, and the reason, and I think that really hit home with that last fight there, was someone they called an ally, and it was also a reminder they didn't want to repeat what happened with Cleopatra. To actually go for order and peace, but don't let innocent people suffer for that. Whereas Templars are like, we're orders and peace by any means. It's harder to do it the way the Assassins do it. And obviously, as we've known in other Assassin's Creeds, the Templars have a good hold on the world. So it's difficult to be good. It's easy to be evil. It really can be. You know, especially if you have power and how you abuse it. So it really is this DLC has really spoken to that. And so a lot of the things I started seeing that kind of from the initial assassinations in the main assassination missions, that every time he assassinates someone, he goes to do the feather, there's like this kind of evil demonic moment where their eyes go black or something like that, and he kind of gets taken aback by things that are happening. And yeah, I also really like the Shadow Scarab thing that I didn't expect, you know, and I realized it was Quab, the kid of the Scarab that I knew it was going to be a son sort of thing, but I kind of just forgot the storyline around the Scarab. I'm trying to remember which ancient one was that. But it's really interesting, and that's the kind of Sins of the Father story. That's really cool. It actually ends up joining the Hidden Ones. So yeah, really a lot more rich storytelling here this time around. Because obviously it's a DLC, it's shorter, and they've already got the combat and stuff implemented from the main story, of course, and everything like that, and you get new goodies and stuff like this. But I think the main thing here was they really got to dial down on detail, which I think, in my experience of playing DLCs, this sometimes can be lost. And it's like, well, let's get more weapons and stuff and all that sort of thing. But in a game like this, where story, like the world and story and the IP, I'm so glad they just focus on story more than anything here. And the writing for it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. The first initial quandaries and problems it is to like have started this order. Okay, what does it actually mean? We've been doing this, and I guess that's what it is. But they've actually had to search deeper, look deeper into actually what differs us from the Templars. Ancient Ones in this case. What actually sets it apart? Because it's kind of on the thing. We know what it is, but we haven't brought it into the world. We haven't said it. So I think that was the main thing and why I really enjoyed from any cons? Not particularly. Obviously the world around it, like some mechanics, like Scars were like the, what are they called? The Phalacatize in the main story. They even took that. They took a similar that with the shadows, the north and south and stuff like this. because it pertained to a very kind of open-ended like storyline with Quab coming back and trying to kill us, and then we brought him aside, as I said. So they still took a mechanic that was in the main game and actually added again more story there. So I think this is a really good thing of, if you were to make a DLC, this particularly, I have found I prefer this. Rather than give me too much new stuff to play with and be like, ooh, goodies. I like the shinies. But if it's just bland storytelling, this as well, price point, was £8.99, which is probably about maybe $10, $11, $12. I'm not sure, right? I don't know the current currency rate in this current economy. Which is going down the toilet, of course. But for $8.99, I think it's just about right. Would I say it's cheaper? It should be cheaper? No. Should be more? Definitely not. So I think $8.99 was a good price point for this, and to get more levels allowed me to try and go back and do main story and things that I've left behind, like the elephants and stuff. So this still allowed me to do that. I still have got the animus glitches to do, so there's definitely stuff for me to go back and by going up levels and get more stuff and some story that to keep me engaged playing. I'm still playing this game. It's the longest series I've played so far on this channel. That'd be Twitch or YouTube, I think. And there's a whole other DLC. So I'm definitely going to be playing that next DLC. So as soon as I finish this stream, I'm doing that. That is a slightly longer Cornbread critiques. In terms of things that were, again, cons. I'm really hard to kind of think of cons right now. I don't have any. So, no, good price point. Great use of making use of a DLC to really enhance storytelling and fill out details and ask questions that maybe the fan base when this game first came had. But okay, it's origins, but outside of that, so it's really well done as a first installment DLC. So I'm interested to see how the second one can potentially top this or not. Anyway, thank you so much.